the last 6 years that he's a leader par excellence. He might not talk much, you may not hear uh, from him as much as you want, physically or personally, but his actions speak louder than his voice. And then away from that, you also need to look at his contributions to the success of Kwasu holistically. Several courses have now been given full accreditations in the university, and then some new ones have come on board. Kwasu continue to grow in leap and bounds. If he was going to establish his own, in quotes, his own university, you might wonder, why did he even have to do that in the first place? Because we now have Kwara State University of Education, KwaSUED, and then that's recently they also called for applications. Many people have applied. They are in the process of doing the final stage of recruitment, employing administrators, lecturers, and all sort of staff that will help to deliver the vision and mission of the university. And coupled with that, added to that, you can see the direction Kwara is going. We are seeing the steps the governor is taking. He's a leader for all. It's a Kwara for all. Kwasu has now successfully completed its annexes in all the senatorial districts, and then we now even have a new university to boot. So our focus on tertiary education is exemplary. The progress we have made is outstanding. We are only inspired to do more, just like we showed earlier with the way His Excellency cleared the backlog of arrears that were owed to some colleges of education staff, or some other palliative measures that he has had to come up with in terms of challenges, or as the case may be. And then you also need to look at the fact that despite the pressure, and then despite what we have seen in several state-owned universities across the country, Kwasu academic fees, like the tuition fees, has largely remained the same. Some universities across the state of the nation have increased their tuition fee by like 100%, 150. We have even see 300% in some other states, but our own has largely remained the same. And that's some sort of huge gesture. The people, I think, they note and they appreciate the governor for. So thank you very much. We believe that these new steps we also make them excited, make them happy and committed to the overall good of the state. I also want to allay fears and concerns in some quarters about security. Some have said, are these people safe? This will happen, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we appreciate concerns because at the end of the day, it's democracy, and then people, we have opinions, we like to have their views heard. We hear them. We believe we are on the same page. It's how they see it. But we want to allay their fears. We want to let them know. We want to assure them that there's no cause for alarm. Security is being provided. The people of the community itself are ready to defend that school and the student entirely with their lives. You won't get to that. They don't have to, because several measures have been taken to ensure that both the students and the teachers are safe and secure to participate in learning, as the case may be. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for shedding light on the Kwasu Ilesha Varba campus that just, kicked off. And now I have a voice note from WhatsApp, so I'll play it on the show today.
Good morning, OJ. My name is Benjamin from Ilorin. Well, please, I want to call on the government because there's a new thing going on now in my realize within a week now. Like during this week, some sort of people claim to be from the local government. They came, they said the POS people will start paying tax. And the letter they gave to them, I don't think it's like an official letter from the local government. Please, I want you to help me ask the man, ask our guest, is this tax of a thing real, or is it that they're just carrying it as a camouflage?
I've not seen the letter. I've also not heard about this from anyone, but I appreciate him for calling our attention to it. What I would do is to personally ask. I mean, he didn't say the local government. Is it Ilorin West, Ilorin South, or Ilorin East? That will help us know
He's
where
around Offa Garage access.
Offa Garage axis. I mean, that could be Ilorin South. So I would like to make my own findings individually, and then or call the attention of the local government authorities to know what's happening there. On his own part, he can also try to reach the local government authorities to confirm. If they give you letter, there are always numbers or some other details for inquiries. You may need to call on them. You voted for them. You have the right to call your local government authorities for explanation or for inquiries on whatever steps or policies they are looking to implement in your local government. But now that he did call our attention to it, I will also make my own personal findings to know what he is talking about. Because as far as today is concerned, at the moment, it's news to me. I don't know what he's talking about. I work for the state government. Local government now has autonomy. So I want to believe that we can find out whatever it is and we can better explain whatever is going on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, moving away from that, the state government has set up non-partisan technical committees to clean up gratuity records and ensure pensioners are paid on a first-served basis. So now, how significant is this move in addressing long-standing pension concerns, and when can affected, retirees begin to feel the impact?
Very soon, I believe, because the process is in full through too. No chances are being taken. The committee that was recently formed is working around the clock to ensure the success of the process. What we are looking to do with it is to ensure impartiality and fairness, and then we want the money to get to the hands of the deserving. By and large, after the verification has been done, some other fact-finding take place, and then the concerned people register wherever they are to register, or do whatever, like Kwara, for instance. If they are able to do all these things, they start getting their money after, as recommended by the committee. You look at it, you see the steps being taken by the government is in the interest of the people. This is a government that wants everybody to get what is due to them. We are not trying to deodorize the fact that we have that issue, the gratuity issue. We inherited the bulk of it, and several times we have seen the governor try to defray the areas, committing a lot of funds to it. The latest in that exercise is the 8.1 billion naira that he just committed to it. I want to let them know that it is continuous. After this one, we know it may not cover every of the person that are concerned, but you go like a long way, cover some years, and then the government will continue to put in more money to we do not owe pension at the moment. The government cleared it, and then we are being up to date and consistent with it. And His Excellency is very concerned and is committed to addressing this issue. Several times he has let the people know that he would do his best to keep defraying the debt, the arrears of gratuity that the government owed. The bulk was, piled up by the previous administrations, but we are not in the business of complaining, of trading blames. We face it squarely, just like we have solved some other issues, such as promotion arrears for workers that are still in active service under SUBEB or TESCOM, as the case may be. We just want people to support us in this process. We urge for patience, because we believe at the end of the day, it's for the best. Everybody after the exercise, everybody will look back and then feel like, oh, this was worth it, because that's what we want to achieve: impartiality, fairness, and efficiency in the disbursement of the gratuity for the affected pensioners.
Yeah. All right, thank you very much. And we talked about sports last week. Yeah, we have a question on sports. Pelumi from Okedo says, following the recent financial commitments of the state government to renovating some stadiums in Kwara State, is the focus only on football, or some other sport like tennis, taekwondo would also benefit from the disbursement? Thank you. That's the question.
I guess that I thank Pelumi for the question,
Okay.
but I think perhaps there is a mix-up. The innovation or rehabilitation of several stadiums, the stadiums he's talking about, didn't require us giving anybody money. It's infrastructure being given facelift. For instance, if he's or if he or she's concerned about practicing sporting activities like squash, lawn tennis, badminton, the facilities exist at the Georgini Stadium, otherwise known as Kwara State Stadium Complex at Taiwo. If you go there, you talk to the management, you register as the case maybe, you can strut your stuff easily. So that's already in place. Yeah. It's not only football. We have produced world beaters in badminton, in racing, in lawn tennis, anything at all. Recently, when the state participated in the National Sport Festival, we took 5th position. So that is to tell you that we are a state that is really invested in sport. We have always been, as a state, we took, the situation took a nosedive some years, but after the government, His Excellency got into office, he has addressed that, and we are now fledging in sporting activities everywhere in the world. So I want to talk to him. I encourage him to please go to the Georgina Stadium here in Ilorin. And then when the ones we are putting in place also eventually get completed, whether in Offa or in Lafiaji, they also have other sporting facilities, not only football. So we are trying to be all-encompassing so that we can capture all areas of sport for people like Pelumi to show their talent or make the best use of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for answering the question as well. If there's any other, developments you'd like to bring to the notice of the people from the government.
There was a news story about 2 days ago about the incident that happened at Okeode. Igbonla community, where we experienced some attack on our resident there. After it is being speculated in the blogs, some have expressed concerns and real pessimism for the operations going on to rescue them. I'm happy to share with the people of Kwara State that 3 out of the 5 people that were abducted have now been freed. They are back united with their family, and then there is a serious operation going on by the combined security forces to get the release of the 2 remaining people and arrest the perpetrators of this heinous crime. This is me trying to let people know that we did not force our hands, and then as much as necessary, we are banking on their support, on their intelligence, and on their prayers for our security forces as we work around the clock to strengthen safety and peace in the state. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akolu. And that's where we'll wrap things up on Kwara Today this Wednesday. Big thank you to our guests for sharing those important insights on the latest developments across the states, and of course to you, the listeners, for staying tuned and engaging on the show today. Remember, Have Your Say comes your way every Wednesday. So if you have anything you'd like to bring to the government, any information you'd like to let them know, anything you'd like to let them clarify, you can always know every Wednesday, 11:30 down to 12 p.m. That's where we have our guests in the studio to answer your questions and also engage with you, the citizens living in Kwara. And thank you very much, Mr. Akolu, for joining us again on the show today.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
So until next time, stay informed, stay safe, and keep being a proud ambassador of the state of harmony. This is FlowFM 92.7.